You're trying to get yourself an apartment, you don't know where to start, you're young, you feel like you can't do it. I'm here to help you. Today's video is tips on how I moved out at 19. A lot of people will tell you, save your money, stay in your parents' house, save your money. But if you're ready to move out, if you're ready to venture out on your own, I highly recommend it, because moving out on your own teaches you responsibility, it teaches you how to be an adult, and it teaches you how to find yourself, especially if you're living by yourself. So this is tips on how I moved out at 19. I am currently 20 years old, but last year when I was 19, I took the steps out to move out into my own place. I had a 2-bedroom apartment, and this is how I did it. Save and stack your money. I know everybody tells y'all that. I know you're tired of hearing that, but it's very important. What I recommend doing is saving your money so that you can pay your rent 3 months ahead. Not giving the landlord your rent money for 3 months already, but in your own pockets, you're already 3 months ahead so that you're never behind. So for example, if your rent is $500 every month, you save up $1,500. That way, if you're ever behind 1 month, you're not truly behind, you're just behind in your own pockets, and you can always get back to that $1,500. Also, save up money, an extra $1,000 to $2,000, so that you can pay for all this extra stuff that you're gonna be like, whoa, I did not know I have to pay for that once you move in. Such as utilities, deposits for utilities, groceries, movers, furniture, all this extra stuff, and it's gonna keep adding up. So I recommend saving 3 months ahead in rent plus extra $1,000 to $2,000. I had some amazing family members and friends who were like, I have an old couch, you can have it, or I have an old table, you can have it, but y'all may not have that. So what I recommend doing is going to Goodwill and checking out Goodwill, y'all. There was some stuff that I did not have that I had to go buy, and once I got to the store to see how much it was, I was like, I'm not paying $500 for a table. So going to Goodwill, you'll pay like not even half of that, like $30, and you have to get crafty and dress it up. So I went to Goodwill and I found this table, and I painted it and turned it into a brand new looking table. It was like my little coffee table, but it was really nice because I just got crafty and did it. I also bought, I don't have a picture of it, but I had this, somebody had a little makeup table in there. I got crafty, painted it, put a mirror on the top, and made myself a vanity. Check out Goodwill. Don't try to be bougie, y'all. It's your first apartment. It's not going to be luxurious. You got to start somewhere. So check out Goodwill, get crafty. Check out furniture stores. You can put it in your name. I don't recommend putting too much things in your name, but just like 1 or 2 items, and just working on paying it off so you don't have to pay for it anymore. Saving money also comes with sacrifices. So you have to sacrifice comfort in order to get success. So you're gonna have to sacrifice your nails. You're gonna have to sacrifice your hair. Y'all, I went months without my hair done and my nails done, but I just wanted my apartment that bad. And I know I spent about $200 monthly on that stuff. So I was like, this could go to my savings. In the end, it all turned out good because once I got the apartment, I could do as much hair and makeup as I wanted to do. So sacrifice some things that you usually do that you don't really need in order to save for what you really want. If you don't have that many bills to pay, in which I didn't, this will work out. So let's say your check is $653. So you're gonna take the last 2 digits and you're gonna live off of that for the rest of the month, or until you get paid again. And then that $600 you're gonna put in a savings account. Now me, I couldn't put it in a savings account because I'm good for going, I'll just use like $300 and put it back, and never put it back. So I had to get myself a bottle, put it in the bottle so that when I was ready to move, I cracked the bottle, y'all. Save your money, y'all, because it's gonna be worth it in the end. Look at the bigger picture. If you don't have a job, then you have to find a good job that has steady income. With me, I had 3 jobs because I felt like I wanted to get to my apartment faster. So I tried to work as many jobs as I can, which was 3 jobs, y'all. And so after I moved, I eventually found a better job because you don't want to just work just to pay bills. or you don't want to work and never get to enjoy your apartment. I was thankful to find a job that provided me with that same income, and that way I can work a 9 to 5 and be able to come home to my apartment. So you gotta research it, but just find you a job that can help you save money. All right, number 2 would be to get yourself a credit card and build your credit. Y'all, this is very important because building your credit shows an apartment that you're worth renting to. It shows that you're responsible and that you'll always have your rent paid on time. Be careful with these credit cards because it is really easy to get in trouble, y'all. Let me tell y'all from firsthand experience. I did it and I will never get one again, but I had to get one in order to prove that I'm worth renting to. Now, if you don't know how a credit card works, it's a piece of plastic, just like a debit card, that you have a limit on. So let's say your credit card balance is $500 that they give you. So you spend $100 of that, and you have to make sure at the end of the month when your bill comes out, you pay off that entire $100. That way you're back to $500 on your credit card. If you end up, you don't have to pay the entire $100, but if you're trying to show that you're responsible, I highly recommend that you pay it off in full, because when you pay it off in full, that's what makes your credit rise and makes your credit go up. So pay it off in full, be responsible. All right, my first credit card, I was approved for $2,000 and I went crazy. I was like, I'm gonna be responsible, and I was like, I'm gonna spend $30 only, but no. I walked into TJ Maxx and went crazy. Thankfully, I paid it off, cut up the credit card because it got me in trouble and made my credit go down because I didn't pay the $1,700 when it was due. Because you don't have to. You can pay off half of it. I was paying like $50 every month, and it was just steady rising because then I would keep spending. It was just a cycle of debt. Don't get into that. Find something that you want to use your credit card on, such as gas. It could be your gas card. At the end of the month, whatever you have, pay it off so you're back to your original credit balance. Another option is getting a co-signer for an apartment. So if you don't feel like getting a credit card, you don't care about building your credit, then you'll have to get a co-signer, which is really hard to find. A co-signer is somebody that has good credit. So your parents, I don't know, somebody that you trust that will also be on the apartment's lease. So they will have to come and sign the lease with you because it's also their apartment. But if you don't pay your rent on time, everything is going to fall onto them. So a lot of people do not want to co-sign for people. So just go ahead and cut out the trouble of trying to find a co-signer and just go ahead and build your own credit. While you're saving money, you could be building credit. Number 3 is to find a comfortable and affordable spot. So your rent needs to be affordable. You do not want to be working to just pay bills, guys. Use the 30% rule. 30% of your income should go to paying rent. I'm not even gonna explain that. Just calculate 30% of your income, and that's how much you use for rent. I don't know what city you're located in, but a lot of times the minimum wage for cities kind of equals up to rent. So my minimum wage in my city is kind of low. It's like $7.25, $8. But my rent around my city is also like $500, $600, $700. And so it's not really that much. And so just find a affordable job, an affordable place that is also comfortable, because you do not want to be paying $300 in rent, but you're also in the hood and you're hearing gunshots every night. That's gonna suck, y'all. So just find a good place that you will feel comfortable in and that you will feel comfortable financially in. Pull up to an apartment that somebody is living at and question them. Just ask them, hey, how do you like living here? How is this? What does it look like inside? They may invite you in and let you see. I don't know. But just, ask questions and just make sure you look into them before you sign the lease. If they don't have any places to tour, go find somebody else, because how y'all don't have any apartments to tour? Look for if you have to pay utilities, if they come with water. Some apartments come with water, some of them you have to pay water. Some come with electricity, some you have to pay with electricity. Trash, make sure you look for trash, because you do not want to be having to go buy your own trash can or have to go to the dump every time you have to have a trash. See if they have trash. Also, see if they have washer and dryer units, because this is another thing. I did not have washer and dryer units, and it's not that I didn't have a washer and dryer, I just didn't have the plugins for it. So I had to go to the laundromat so many times. And me, I switch clothes like crazy. I'm like always wearing clothes. Do I feel like going to the laundromat every week? Then I had to sit in the laundromat, wait for people to be done, it just sucked. I would rather have my own washer and dryer, so look for that. Some leases are 6 months, some leases are a year. If you feel like you want to stay there for a year, then just sign it for a year. But if it says like 2 years, pay attention to this because you don't want to be stuck in something. If you get out of a lease too soon, it could mess up your credit, or they wouldn't even get you out of the lease because you signed it already. When you get your lease, make sure you read everything, y'all, because after I moved out of my old place, I found out so many things that was in the lease that I did not know. Number 4 would be to pray, manifest, and stay focused. This process gets really, really hard. It gets tough because it's like you're 19 or you're 18 or however old you are. You don't really have that much money. How are you about to get an apartment? Just stay focused and manifest and pray every day. I wrote in my journal before I got my apartment so many things I wanted to do before 2020 started. And I wrote it all down and I just read over it every day, prayed over it every day. And I ended up getting everything that I wrote in my thing because I stayed focused on the bigger picture. So save your money, stay focused on building your credit, and just stay prayed up and stay focused, and you can do it. Don't listen to everybody else because everybody told me, save your money, stay with your parents. You're gonna regret paying bills. It's hard to be an adult. Y'all, got my apartment and I had so much fun being an adult. I felt responsible. I felt like I didn't have to listen to anybody or nobody could tell me what to do because I pay my own bills. Now, I put a poll on Instagram and I asked some questions on your concerns and questions when it comes to getting an apartment. So I'm gonna answer those questions now. How do you protect yourself from the energy of past tenants? Sage and spiritual oil. Get all the bad energy out, take some sage and just sage it all out. Before you move in, they should paint, clean the carpets, do all of this stuff to get all that energy and whatever is out, but just sage everything. Missing a payment and getting evicted. I told y'all before, in order to not miss a payment, go ahead and be 3 months ahead in your own pockets. Pay for your, y'all have my little cousins over here, they're like making a lot of noise, so just excuse it. Save your money and be 3 months ahead in your own pockets. That way you'll never miss a payment. You'll never get evicted. So just have your money saved up 3 months ahead. How do you manage bills and go out? Honestly, I don't go out, but when I do, you set up a budget. So I have a budget for how much I spend on every little thing because I don't go out to like the clubs or anything, but I do like to go out to eat. So for the month, I will spend $100 on going out, $100 on groceries, $100 on rent or whatever. You know, just budget your money. Get you a notebook. When it comes to budgeting, people mix the word budgeting with broke. Budgeting is smart. Budgeting is how you save money. So just know your budgets, know your limits for the budgets that you have, and try not to go over those budgets. If you really want to go somewhere, but you know you done been to 5 different restaurants this month already, I'm sorry, but you're not going. Save your money and just be responsible. Groceries. With groceries, I have a hard time doing this. I try to, because I would buy groceries and not use them and not really cook because I had so much going on throughout the day and the groceries would end up spoiling. So if that's not your case, then definitely buy you some groceries at the beginning of the month. Use those groceries to the end of the month. And find some affordable grocery stores such as Aldi's, Walmart's. Sometimes you can't go to these expensive grocery stores with the high class food, y'all. Like I said, this is your first apartment. You have to be responsible with it. How is the adjustment? Do I get lonely at night? Honestly, I'm an introvert, so I loved living by myself. But, you know, at times it did get lonely. I adjusted to it very quickly, though, because I just would find things to work on when I'm home by myself. Honestly, when you do live by yourself, it's easy to get thoughts in your head because the devil will attack you when you're alone. But I just find different ways to make sure that I was not being attacked by the devil, y'all. And I would find things to occupy my time, like going to the gym, doing whatever, watching TV, cleaning my house, redecorating. But I did get used to it really fast because I'm an introvert. If you are extrovert, be careful who you invite into your house because I was inviting all these different people to my house, like, girl, come see my house, girl, come see my house. And I kind of regretted it because I would eventually think all these people know exactly where I live at. And so just be careful who you invite into your house. And that also goes for guys. Be careful because they can remember where you live at and come attack you knowing where you live at. You know, just be careful with who you invite to your house and who you want to know where you live. Also, when people come into your house, their energy stays. So just make sure you watch who you invite because their energy will stay in your house. And sage when they leave. Other question, managing bills and going to school. I was in school. When I first moved in, I would just, manage my bills and save money like I told y'all to do. And then I would do my schoolwork or whatever at the end of the day. And if you mean like managing bills and going to school and working, honestly, if you want to do it, you'll do it. You'll make the time, because I was also working 3 jobs and going to school, but that's just how bad I wanted it. So I didn't really have any free time, but I was also 19 years old. And so it was just a year of not having any free time. It'll pay off. Eventually you'll have that free time to do whatever you want. Just stay focused on school and stay focused on everything you're trying to do, and just know there's a bigger outcome in the end. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any more questions, please link them down in the comment section. Thank y'all for watching the video, and I will see y'all in the next one.